Last time I spoke to you, you were about to sit mock exams. If you're year 12, you were 1 term into your learning journey. If you're year 13, you were 4 terms into that learning journey. Now all of you are about to sit not a mock exam, but a whole set of public national examinations in which you're competing against a huge peer group, not just nationally, but across the world. You'll know from the news how crucial exams and education are. There's a legal requirement for young people to stay in education up to the age of 18, alongside a very strong message from the government that they expect young people to complete their education in a timely manner. That means in 2 years, if you're doing a standard BTEC or an A-level course. In fact, the funding entitlement for those students who take longer, 3 years, is significantly reduced. This means that for the first time, it becomes necessary for us to refuse a student a place in year 14. Now, it's important that you know this, not to worry those of you who are working hard, but to make sure that those of you who still need to get organised work much harder now. You're all at a key point, a significant junction in that learning journey. There's no possibility of a U-turn, a reversal, a going right back round the roundabout to get back en route. Now, this summer, you must get it right first time. For some of you then, this is the time to change. Each one of you holds your destiny in your own hands. Your life's direction is within your power and control. For many of you, I know that this is a given. You're working hard, you're asking for help, you're planning revision, and you're mindful all the time of your goals and aspirations. But others now might be listening and feeling slightly uncomfortable. If you are, then this is the time to change. And by this, I mean that between now, the end of March, and the 30th of April, the start of the exam season, you must be seen by all of us to change. Your teachers, your tutor, your parents, the senior team, all of us should be able to recognise that you've changed your behaviour and your attitudes. We should all see you revising and working in the evening. We should see you drastically reducing your social activities. If this change is not visible, then you're not changing and you're not taking control of your future. But it's not too late to change. If you change now, you can star in your own future. And that's because the secret of exam success is not rocket science. It's really very simple, and it boils down to about 10 simple commandments. If you follow these, then I can guarantee you that on the 14th of August, you will really be celebrating your stardom. And here they are. So here's the first commandment, and it's really very simple. Visualise your success. It's a simple mind technique, but see yourself on the 14th of August with a fantastic set of results in your hand. Do that visualisation exercise every day. It really does strengthen the mind and strengthen motivation. Try it. And here's the second commandment. Know every day what your goals are for that day. Time has a funny way of moving. It's not an absolute. So if at the start of each day you write a list of all the things that you need to accomplish in terms of revision that day, just sit back and watch how the day will stretch to accommodate all that. If, however, you let the day slip from you, then those things won't get done. And again, that's not rocket science. It's really very, very simple. Number 3, hardwire your revision pattern into your brain. Bake it in there. So for instance, if you revise for 2 hours on a Monday, 2 hours on a Tuesday and 2 hours on a Wednesday in the evening, then on a Thursday it's very hard to break that pattern because you've hardwired it into your routine and into your mind. Again, that's not difficult to do. Number 4, you've heard me say this before, but it's absolutely key. It's avoid procrastination and burying your head in the sand. People procrastinate, delay doing things, generally because they're very worried about what will happen when they start doing it. So you might be really worried about starting revision because it will reveal to you just how much you've got to learn. But the avoidance takes a huge toll on your mind and your body. It's actually extremely stressful. So just do it. Number 5, stick to a revision timetable and make sure that you use the mornings. Psychologically, starting early in the day really gets you off to a good start and makes sure that the rest of the day is productive. Number 6, Revise in short bursts and memorise what you've learnt at the end of each spell of revision. Tell it to people, bore people with it, read it back to parents and teachers, write it down. Writing's the very best way to bake it into your memory. Number 7, ask for and accept help from whichever quarter, wherever it comes from. Ask your teachers, ask your tutors, and don't forget that Richard, Leon and I are all experienced specialist teachers with their own subjects, and our doors are always open to you. Number 8 is really important. Manage the inevitable peer pressure that comes with exams. Don't give in to the temptation to reply to text messages, to engage in social media during that time you've set aside that's programmed for your revision. Keep revision time sacred. Number 9, sleep well, eat well, exercise, keep mind and body healthy. Number 10's a nice one. Remind yourself all the time that this won't go on forever. It's a very small part of your life that starts around the 30th of April, finishes around the 23rd of June, depending on what exams you're doing and when they are. It's a tiny proportion of your life. It will soon be over. It's a finite time, but it's well worth it. Remind yourselves. Kickstart your revision now. It might well, for you, be time to change. Keep your eye on the 14th of August and all the good things that date can bring to you. Success in A-levels will open up opportunities for you in life, and the skills you've developed will be lifelong. You are the stars of the future. You are the lawyers, the teachers, the vets, the accountants, the managers, the journalists who will look back at this time in your life, this very small period in your lives, and be so glad that you took this advice, you reached for the stars, and you assured your future. Good luck.